Hey guys, welcome back. So last time what we did is we went to a URL, we crawled over all the links on that page and output the links right here. Okay, so what we need to do now though is go over all of these links, and if they're not a full link, like this one for example is a proper link, it's like if I went to that right now, it would work. But if I went to one of these links, if I just went to a new tab and typed in that and went to that, it wouldn't work. So a lot of these links are what we call relative links. So we've used relative links. For example, let's go back to the search.php page. We've used a relative link right here. We've said go to search.php. And what that does, it goes to search.php from whatever page you're currently on, or whatever directory I should say. So it goes to search.php from in here, like from Doodle, then search.php. That's because it's a relative link. If I went to search.php right here, just like that, it wouldn't work because there is no search.php like this. We would need to specify the whole URL, so we need to be all of this. So that's the same sort of thing as we got here. We have a lot of links here, but not all of them are full links. Like these ones are, but things like this are not. We need to fix them and add the previous parts of the URLs, the website names. All right. So it's really not that difficult. There's just quite a number of cases we need to handle, but we can narrow that down right away. Things like this we don't want to do because sometimes you put just an anchor tag in the href. For example, you might have an anchor tag like this, which just contains a £, and that basically says we want to use the behavior of a link, but we don't want to go to any other link when we click on it. So that's why you use that. So the links that have just £, we want to ignore. So we can do that quite easily in our code. In our crawl.php code, we can just say, right above there, we can just put if str_pos, so string position, and then type in href, and then comma, and this is the value you're looking for. So we're looking for a £, and then we want to do not equal equals false, like that. And the reason we're doing double equals there with an exclamation point is we're checking the type as well. This is going to return the number of where this exists, or -1 if it doesn't find it. So if it doesn't find this anyway, it's going to return -1. So if it does find it, it will not return this. So basically saying if it contains that, we just want to continue, and continue means go back around the loop. Don't do anything else here. So if I refresh the page now, you should see this one go away. So you see it's gone, and there were others on the page as well. I didn't show you those, but you would have seen others, but now we won't do those. So we're just going to say ignore those. You could use them if you really want to, but I want to ignore any with that. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is say else if, say sub str, so substring, and then we're going to say href, and then we're going to go from position 0 to position 11 equals, and then JavaScript with a colon. And so what we're doing now is we're saying that if characters of this href, if the href from characters 0 up to 11 is equal to this, then we want to ignore it, because you can specify JavaScript in a link to basically say execute some JavaScript. So if it's like that, we know it's not an actual URL. We know they just want to execute some JavaScript. So again, we can just continue, ignore that as well. You won't see any on here though, so even if you refresh the page, you won't see any difference here. And yeah, that's good. If we get to this point, we know the link is an actual link we're interested in, and then we want to go and convert it. So basically, these two just take care of the links we don't want to be converting. If it gets to this point, we know that we have a proper link and we want to convert it. So at the top here, we'll just create a function for create links. So function create link, and then we can put in there the src, which will be the href itself, and then we're going to specify a URL, which is the URL we found this link on. So for example, I searched BBC right here, so that would be BBC, and this would be this src would be each one of these. Okay. So just to make it a bit clearer, I can just echo src like that, and then do src, and I can even do a line break there, and then underneath that I'll just do the URL, just so you can see what we're printing out and what we're working with. And then all we're going to do underneath there is just call that function. So we can just say create link, and then the two parameters are src and URL, and the src is just going to be the href, and then the URL is just going to be URL. URL comes from here, okay? So just before we test that out, I'm just going to comment that out. We don't want to echo it right now, so save that and then refresh the page, and you should see src, bbc.com. So this is the source we're in, and we found it in a link at bbc.com. All right. All right, so go back to here, we can just remove this, that was just to show you. And then now we're ready to actually work on the code that will convert all the relative links to actual links.